let's take a look at the damage. It's going to be clear. This is the Reverend Jeremiah Wright speaking out when no one asked him to about his sermons and his relationship with Senator Barack for the first time since the hell broke loose. The entire interview was conducted, of course, by one of the leaders of this business, Bill Moyers. It airs Friday night on national, well, actually public television, PBS at 9 o'clock tomorrow night Eastern Time. That's Bill Moyers tomorrow night at 9. Here's the Reverend Wright on how he differs from Senator Obama.
He's a politician, I'm a pastor. We speak to two different audiences. And he says what he has to say as a politician. I say what I have to say as a pastor. Those are two different worlds. I do what I do. He does what politicians do. So that what happened in Philadelphia, where he had to respond to the sound bites, he responded as a politician.
Tucker, your thoughts about that defense of his position there?
You accuse the U.S. government of creating AIDS, and that's what you're saying in your capacity as a pastor? No, you're saying that in your capacity as a nutcase. I mean, there's no explaining that. There's no apologizing for it. It's wrong, and he ought to have the decency to admit it. And I think Barack Obama has left unanswered, and I like Obama, by the way, but he's left unanswered the key question, which was, how could you sit there for 20 years and not say anything? I mean, no one has answered that question. People have shouted down those who've attempted to ask it, but it remains unanswered, and that's a problem.
Yeah. This is his Iraq. This is his Iraq.
This is not helpful at all. And if Barack Obama did not have the stomach to denounce, like fully denounce Jeremiah Wright before this airs, I suspect that will happen very quickly.
Do you have a sense, excuse me, do you have a sense that, now this is again just the traditional way things happen. It's been my experience. My wife and I have the same religion, but where religions tend to differ, the woman tends to have more swag in terms of deciding what church you go to. It's been my experience. Do you think it was really Michelle's choice, that minister, and he's afraid to take it out on? Because she will say, you cannot break with that man. He's our family. He's our family.
It's possible.
There's a reason why he won't break with him.
It's possible, but I also think that there's a psychological element to this that none of us can ever understand. I mean, Barack Obama was abandoned by his father at age 2. He had no man in his life to raise him that looked like him, that was in any way culturally like him. I mean, it's not a good explanation, but I think that there is something there that none of us are ever going to be able to answer as to why he cannot fully denounce this man.
So this is like Jack Kennedy and Joe McCarthy, one of those things, huh?
Yeah.
Family, friend you can't break with. Yes, Margaret?
Well, I tried to get my brother not to go to the church we've always gone to, Good Shepherd Church, because I thought that there was a priest in the background who had a problem and wasn't moved. And when he was moved to another parish without anybody saying. But it's very hard to leave a church. However, if my brother were running for president, I would say, get out of that church. The other thing that mystifies me is why Barack Obama, at the ABC debate, didn't have an answer. He's got I mean, each time you can make your answer better, he made his answer worse. And it's not, but here's the thing. Obama never says it's what I believe, not what he believes. And now that I know, I'm leaving.
Okay.